Vic had a kickoff, and they were talking about, I think some of the campaign stuff they were, trying to say, and I want to answer that because it does come out on YouTube. Some of the people, I think Duke was, when he was introducing the slate that's paying him his paycheck is, you got this guy from Yellow running and his own barn don't even support him. I think that was his selling factor talking about me. And just to touch on that, which I think you'll find it's, sometimes I got to get the last word in, but talking about elections and Duke, even if I've only won one, it's more than him. And he's trying to insinuate that there's some scenario where when we had the election, Chad was my alternate, smart guy, and we had a good long record, and we put it back up for ballot, and the Secretary Treasurer was out there in the driver's room for almost 5 solid days, from sun up to sundown, telling people if they voted for us, they weren't going to work with us, or the hall would go against us being in there. And so when it came down, there was about 4 ballots difference, and today, right now, this date, September 28th, and there's about 4 votes difference in 18 or 19. She will not allow to be counted, and I know 4 or 5 of them, Travis, some of those guys said, I turned my ballot in and I'm on checkoff, it should count. So they didn't tell you the whole story about the election when I ran. All in all, it's probably, truth be known, I had more votes than the other guy is most likely what it is. The guy that they were really pushing to get in there, really working hard and promising everybody, is running with the other, not even with Vic. He has one Ed Stewart running with him on his slate, and that's Paul Hawk of the dairy. Everybody else is here, but that's self-explanatory. I don't take anybody for a fool, and like nobody's going to pick up on that, but I think some people have to recognize that, talk about an election expert, that's Duke Neighbors there. He ain't never won one, ain't never had a job in his life, ain't never worked a day, never had a job when he's been laid off or fired, but he's trying to see to it he gets another couple of years of a little bit of a gift out of that local, your hard work. But getting off that subject, getting back to the positive side of it, I thought I should respond to some of that, because I think you need to know the whole story before somebody tries to say that line of shit. It's they're not telling you the whole story, and there's more to it. But anyway, I'm going to see if these guys have anything they want to say. I'm going to pass this mic down so you guys can hear them, or I think you can hear them. But and then we're going to take some questions if you all have any, and we will kind of wrap things up.
Don't move the mic.
Okay, we won't be moving the mic. But anyway, I'm going to see if JD, if you have anything you want to say about what we've been taking care of as a slate or on the campaign trail, give us a few words, and we're going to go down through there and then take some questions from y'all.
You already said everything.
Hey. Make something up.
No, this is a true story. We have been campaigning and going around to different places. We did this Martin Friday.
There you go. Take the mic.
Speech. Is this better?
Yes, sir.
It was real disheartening Friday when we were talking about joining the Teamsters, some of those younger people, and they say, well, I turned my application in 3 months ago, and they won't take the money out of my check. I turned my application in 5 months ago, and they've never taken any dues money out of my check. They're talking about organizing different people in our local 41, but they won't even let the people in that are already organized want to join the union. It's like they closed it up, man. We're not going to take any more members, because if we let those guys in the union, they might call us and want us to do something.
That's a fact.
Right.
That's the way it is.
We heard that not just 1 or 2 people Friday evening. That's nice.
Another thing that I find disheartening down there at the local is they've been out there for 6 years, and they've had 1 steward seminar in 6 years to try to educate their stewards, try to do something. We used to have them every year. What are we doing with their time and their money? It's great to have a lot of money in the bank. We need to represent our members. That's what we need to do.
Bruce, I'm going to see if you want to say a few words about, some of the people at ABF that you talked to, or what you're hearing since we've hit the campaign trail. Anything you want to share? Come on up here.
Well, most of you know me. I've told everybody I'm not going to talk negative about anything, because that's, in my opinion, what's killing this union right now. We're also divided so far apart. We need to find a way to get together. The facts are what they are, and most of you people know what they are. What I'm seeing and why I work at is a aggressive pursuit to divide the union and keep us separated. It's happening with my new terminal manager. It's been happening sometime. And we have so many people, either through ignorance or because of personal benefit, that will jump right in there and fight along with it. For instance, we're having an attendance issue right now, and the attendance policy is, you don't miss a day, you're going to get a letter. Well, they never intend to utilize that in a unilateral fashion. There'll be two of us take the day off, I'll get a letter, he won't, because they expect me to go tell the guy, and he'll tell the guy I told him, that's why I was getting a letter, and then we're all split up. Education like that is what we want to bring to you guys. We want to let you guys know when you see something exactly what it is, so you won't fight on it, you won't fall for it, and we'll stay strong and stay together. We have to be aware of what we're seeing. There's so many new people coming into this business that have never been in the teams before, never been in the union, they don't understand, and they see a guy that's in a nice shiny suit, smile at you, I'm your friend, how you doing? Tell me about this guy over here. And we're right along with it. We've got to get together, we've got to stay together, we've got to educate these new guys, we've got to educate some of our older guys, and understand that, yes, they might be handing you a $5 bill because you can get it, and it's coming out of JD's pocket, and won't know about it, but we expect you to be honest and say, hey, look, that belongs to JD, let's take it right, let's do what's right. Because that's what we want them to do for us. That's the way this local used to be, that's the way it should be. We all are old enough, the three of us are old enough to have been in this place when this was the private company we were in. We'd like to see that come back. Business starts at home. We start taking care of business, we start representing our members. This man here went to a barn that had very little union representation. And on his own, he brought it up to where it is now. He's got so many people that talk about it that it's only because he stood there and said, no, that's not how you do it. And the minute he stood up, another fellow stood up with him. And then another fellow stood up. That's how you build unity. I'd like to say this about Mr. Franks. He and I talked for a long time before we ever decided to do this. And that's the commitment he wants. He wants us all to stand together. I got a problem with UPS. He told me, he said, Bruce, I'm going to call you in the middle of the night, we got a problem with UPS. I don't care for me to get, we're going to talk about it. Hey, I agree with that. If I need to call JD and wake him up, come down to 8 he's going to come down with it. That's what we got to do. We got to show them that we're going to stand by them, and that we're going to be there for them. And they've got to feel like they have someone in for them. And once they achieve that, then they'll start standing up. And once they stand up, then we all will start moving forward. We've got to get there first. And we expect all you guys, just like Bruce said, everyone in this room is accountable for their own future. What you do is going to determine what happens to you in the future. So you got to be participate and educate. We all know people that know nothing about the union in here, and we work with them side by side. We expect you guys to talk to them and talk positive. We don't talk negative about this guy being a jerk over here. You can make your own decision. We're going to talk positive about this guy over here. This guy that's doing things right. That's an admirable quality. We're going to be like that. And that's where I'm at this thing. I hope you guys can understand that and want to be with us.
If I had just said that first. I didn't get it all. Jerry, come up here and say a couple words about what you're seeing out there and let these guys know what we're going to be able to accomplish at Car Hall, and then we're going to go on down through here and take a few questions from you guys. But Jerry?
First thing, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking your time to be involved. It takes all of us, not just the 7 of us, everybody involved. Like Bruce just said, we've been out campaigning the last couple of weeks. It's been really neat, cool to meet a lot of people. It's not been good hearing the stuff we're hearing them talk about. The administration we got right now, I thought it's bad. My place, everybody else here, it's bad out there. It's bad, and it was embarrassing and we went to a place, certain team. I'll tell you, me and Mike, Carlos, we went in there, and right off, we could feel a bad vibe. We thought we went into the enemy territory.
It was because they didn't know who we were. All they said, oh, teachers, they're from the hall. We wouldn't want nothing to do with them. They wouldn't even look at us. They're literally running from us. And then all we want to do is give them some information. As soon as we finally could get out there, we're running against them. I mean, they literally stopped where they were at and turned around and spoke to us, asked us some questions. Bruce showed up then and got to meet them. These people were walking out of work so discouraged on their face. People going in the same way. It's like, God, I gotta go work at this place just to have a job. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Well, that's what I mean. I'm sorry. That's what I was getting at, because they don't feel like they have anything. The company just walks over them, shoves it. Yeah, didn't mean to say. They don't feel like that they got any representation for the hall. They feel like that they're making backdoor deals just to, make it go away. They say that every time they do their contract, they don't hear nothing about it until the day we got to vote. Okay, we'll talk about it 30 minutes. Say, okay, you got to vote right now. Got to vote on it right now. You ain't got time to think about it. You got to vote on it. And that's just sad. That's just sad. But anyway, on that note, I just want to finish up and say thank you. We're almost there. We're going to win this. We're not might going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win.
Carlos, this is your shot. Some of the people here know you. Most all of them do. Get up here and have a few words about what you've learned on the campaign trail and kind of your experience here, and let's kind of see what you have to say about it and give these guys a few words for you.
I don't know where to start. They done said everything. But it's been fun out here, and thanks everybody for coming out here. It's been rough out here. Like Jerry said, it's sad to see those members out there paying dues not get the representation they deserve. We want to do the same thing over here at YRC, UPS Freight. It's a sad. But we're here to do you guys a good job, and I hope you guys continue to stand behind us. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thanks, Carlos. You guys, Mike's going to say a couple words here. My buddy from USF Holland's going to say a few words about what we've been finding out on the campaign trail and give you guys a little update on what he's hearing in Holland, too.
Well, kind of disheartening when you talk to people that are paying union dues and talking about withdrawing from the local. I haven't heard that in many years. I mean, from Chicago, and normally, everybody's pumped up to be a union member, and I'm still pumped up to be a union member. All my years that I've been in it, I'm still happy. I'm pumped. I love it. There's no better life than to be a union person. You guys at Howland have learned that. Am I right? Okay, so like this man said right here, stand up once, you keep standing, and the next guy stands, and the next thing you know, you got 1,000 people, and we're strong. Can't nitpick other people, you can't pick on other people, gotta stay together. And if you stay together, we're gonna be strong, and talk to the young members, get them involved, and vote this slate, brothers. This is a winner. I'm telling you guys right now, this is a winner. So talk it up. God bless you. God bless the team.
Anyway, that's what some of you guys, me and JD talked a little bit. We were going to try to make sure everybody understood. We weren't going to bring up so many names or nothing. When we talked about Duke, I just think it's important to make sure somebody don't get the wrong story of how an election went. Anyway, getting off that, I think you're kind of hearing the same message from everybody on the campaign trail out there. And so for you guys to know, I'm kind of noticing she's walking around. Kate back there, if you guys make sure you give her a tip. She's back there taking good care of us tonight. She's doing great. Thank you very much. But, sometimes you respond to things and it sounds that way, and I want to make sure that you recognize that there's certainly a way to take everything in a positive direction, but there's just certain people react different ways about what somebody says about them. Anyway, this is about you guys. Mike and everyone up here said it exactly right, and each one of them had something separate that I think you need to recognize, and it's important that you know that for a slate vote is the only way to do it. And if you keep it divided, they're not gonna gain any ground, and as well as we get along here, and we got each other's back, we work well together, and that's what you need to change the entire local itself, change the entire atmosphere and the progress we're gonna make as a unit. And with that, I would take some questions if anybody had them, and if not, we'll quit yapping our chops. We still got a little bit of time here in this room. There's still some food over here. Nobody has to go running out the door. We certainly have a little bit of food left. Everybody can have a beer if they want to. But if anybody has any questions you want to think of,